Welcome to The Newsworthy, all the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you had a great long weekend. Today, we are talking about everything from North Korea and another hurricane to Beyoncé and another royal baby. And much more, of course, all in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Tuesday, September 5th. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, we have some stuff to talk about with North Korea. There was another test, a nuclear test on Sunday, and this one was the most powerful yet. The New York Times says it was 4 to 16 times more powerful than any test North Korea has done before. It was all underground, and it caused what felt like an earthquake. South Korea and China could even feel it. North Korea's leader claims it was a hydrogen bomb test. But experts are skeptical. A hydrogen bomb is even more powerful than the atomic bomb used in World War II. All right, so let's talk about the reaction to all this. First, the Trump administration. They warned of a, quote, massive military response to any threat against the U.S. and its allies, and are pushing for stronger sanctions against North Korea. The BBC said South Korea fired back by firing missiles into the sea. It was a simulated attack on the North nuclear test site. Just so you know, North Korea has conducted other nuclear tests over the years, 5 others to be exact. But this was the most powerful. The world is watching what happens next. Hurricane Irma is still a thing to keep an eye on. It hasn't hit land yet, but it is stronger now, a Category 4. The Weather Channel reports there are watches and warnings for Caribbean islands. Think Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the Bahamas. It could hit those places this week. In fact, Puerto Rico and now even Florida are making emergency preparations. No one's sure yet that Irma will actually hit Florida, but if it does, it could happen as soon as next weekend. All right, so where do things stand with the Hurricane Harvey aftermath? People can go back home to check out the damage around the chemical plant that dealt with explosions. The evacuations there were lifted. Reuters says refineries are now getting back to work slowly, which means gas prices have gone back down a bit. But the Associated Press says the death toll from the storm is now at least 60. Remember, Hurricane Harvey dumped record-breaking rain in and around Houston, Texas. There was devastating flooding. And now President Trump has asked Congress for a $7.9 billion down payment for recovery efforts. That's just the beginning, too. The Texas governor says the cost could be $180 billion, with a B. Congress is back in D.C. today, and there's a lot on the to-do list, including that Harvey recovery funding we were just talking about. Fox reports a vote could happen on that as soon as tomorrow. Also, dealing with the debt ceiling. The Treasury Secretary wants Congress to raise the debt ceiling, which basically prevents the government from running out of money to pay the bills. In fact, there's talk of combining those two issues into one piece of legislation to vote on. It's not clear yet if that will actually happen. A third royal baby is on the way. Yes, the BBC reports the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, is pregnant. Prince William and Kate already have 2 kids, George, who's 4, and Charlotte, who's 2. And just like the other 2 pregnancies, Kate is apparently dealing with some extreme morning sickness. No fun. And that's why the announcement happened now. She had to cancel a planned appearance, and people wanted to know why. No word yet on this baby's name, but Time reports there's already a petition to name the royal baby Brexit. A familiar grocery store chain, and the one with the most stores in the country, is hoping to take on Amazon. Because, well, sales haven't been so hot. Kroger's sales have been way down this year. So the Wall Street Journal reports Kroger is adding online ordering options and investing in other technology. They're also cutting prices. They hope it will be enough to compete. Reminder, Amazon just bought Whole Foods and cut prices there, hence the competition. All right, other things people may be talking about today, the weather. Yeah, it was hot for a lot of us over the weekend, record-breaking heat. And for some states in the West, that means wildfires. A fire in Los Angeles was the largest in the city's history, and a fire in Oregon stranded more than 100 hikers. They're all okay, by the way. In fact, Washington, Oregon, California, and Montana have all dealt with some serious flames. Evacuations, poor air quality, it's all there. An announcement will likely happen today about ending the DACA program. Reminder, DACA gives legal work permits to undocumented immigrants who were brought here as children. They're known as Dreamers, and there's about 800,000 of them. President Obama put the program in place. But President Trump has said he wants to end it. Here's the new thing. Reuters and Politico report Trump will give lawmakers time to replace the program. The deadline? 6 months to figure it out and come up with something else. Some see this as a bit of a compromise. Remember, business leaders, think the head of Facebook and Apple, asked Trump to keep the program. But ending it was one of the president's campaign promises. TBD on what happens next. Big news from space. Scientists think they found a huge black hole in the middle of the Milky Way. You know, the galaxy that has our solar system? Newsweek reports the black hole is about, 100,000 times more massive than the sun. This could help us better understand a bunch of things about the universe. Apparently, a $700 juicer, yes, I'm talking about a machine that makes juice, isn't a thing people actually want. Who knew? Juicero is a startup company that got a whole bunch of money from investors, and now Fortune reports it's shutting down. The juicing machine was originally $700. It went down to $400, but that still apparently wasn't good enough. Customers now have 90 days to get a refund. By the way, a Bloomberg article earlier this year explained that you can just squeeze the juice packs the company sells with the machine with your own hands. Yeah, you don't really even need the machine. Former First Lady Michelle Obama dressed up like Beyoncé, using a look from her Formation music video. People Mag says 17 other women did the same thing for a photo shoot. It was all in honor of Beyoncé's birthday over the weekend. And that's it. You are now ready to go for your Tuesday. Of course, you can read more about any of the stories I referenced today on thenewsworthy.com/show notes. Look for today's episode, and all the links will be there for you. Also, I want to give a shout out to Jamila Souffrant of the Journey to Launch podcast. She entered last week's giveaway and she won, scoring an Amazon gift card. If you want to know about future giveaways and join the amazing Newsworthy Nation, sign up at thenewsworthy.com or follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Just search for Erica Mandy. Say hi. I'd love to hear from you. One more thing before we go. I dished about why I left my corporate paycheck and started The Newsworthy in an interview on the Horse Radio Network with the one and only Glenn the Geek. Check out the latest episode of Stable Scoop Radio Show to hear it. Thanks so much for listening again, and have a great Tuesday. Can't wait to chat again tomorrow.